भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की. Yes, I think we are back. Session number 1, social media and countering anti-Hindu bias. First session lo we have seen almost all the speakers have touched this topic, the bias in social media against Hinduism. We all expect that the social media is supposed to be unbiased and critic. But on the ground, it is totally different, isn't it? Avuna kada? Avuna kada? Avuna kada? Koncham gattiga. Yes or no? Yes or no? Thank you. Okay. Well, any posts on the other religions, I don't want to name any other religions, they get either deleted or the person who have posted it gets booted out. But if someone posts against Hindus or Hinduism, it either gets ignored or even sometimes gets encouraged, right? Do we have a necessity to actually counter this? Yes. Should we not? Should we not? Yes. Now, I will quote a few examples, They denigrate our Hindu gods. They say Hindu religions are barbaric. One politician, 15 minutes politician, I don't want to take his name. Everybody knows the 15 minutes politician, right? Yes, the 15 minutes politician and 1 paisa activist, right? 1 rupee, 1 paisa activist and the 15 minutes politician says, you Hindus, after burning, you become air and go astray. गाली देता है हिंदू लोग को, देवी देवताओं को. We just keep quiet. Should we let this happen? No. We should counter this. Swamiji has covered about Wikipedia. Wikipedia says Jai Shri Ram is a war cry. Is it a war cry? No, it's not a war cry. They have multiple statements. Swamiji has covered multiple instances of that. They have denigrated the Hindu writers, leaders, causes and historical issues. Right? Twitter. Everybody's on Twitter here. Not so long ago, Twitter, they said that they refused to actually block all the fake news. But just 2 days ago, they forced a user to delete a tweet highlighting Hindu victims of Godhra. Should we allow this? Should we allow this? No. We should build a strong counter, and we have a panel now to speak on the same. Now let me introduce and call each guest onto the stage. While we invite the guests, please, with a round applause, please, your applause is actually a very encouraging thing. Sri M. Nageshwarao Garu, the topic would be building credibility, foundation for successful digital movements. Inka Gatiga. Everyone knows Nageshwarao Garu. Sir, you have been very inspirational to us. Our next guest for today, Sri C.S. Rangarajan Ayyagaru. Rangarajan Ayyagaru శ్రీ రంగరాజన్ అయ్య గారు తెలియని హైదరాబాద్ వాసులు ఉండరు, తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఉండరు. గోవింద. శ్రీ ప్రదీప్ భండారీజీ. Being Hindu is being secular. And now, Sri Kapil Mishra ji. Now, a quick introduction about all of them. Like Kiranji said in the morning, we need an entire session to actually give an intro about them. But still, I'll try to finish it in few minutes. Nageshwarao Garu is very well known on his Twitter for his tweets on equal rights for Hindus, denial of religious, cultural and educational rights to Hindus by Article 25 to 30 of the Constitution. He also believes in the idea of disseminating factual data to provide ammunition to all the Hindus to take on Abrahamic religions. Have you ever looked at Nageshwarao Garu's pin tweet? It clearly says, Project Abrahamization of Hindu Civilization. Deny Hindus their knowledge, vilify Hinduism as collection of superstitions, Abrahamize education, Abrahamize media and entertainment, shame Hindus about their deities. Sri Nageshwarao Garu is IPS retired and former director CBI, is a native of undivided Warangal district, Telangana. He has studied BSc in CKM College, Kakatiya University, and MSc Chemistry from University Science College, Usmania University, Hyderabad. Sri Rao held very important and crucial positions in Government of Odisha and Government of India. He has been a highly decorated officer with many awards and medals for his innovative work and outstanding contribution to the public service delivery. Thank you, sir, for being here. Our next guest, C.S. Rangarajan Ayyagaru. He belongs to a family of hereditary Archaka cum trustees of Chilkur Balaji Devasthanam. On Twitter, he is in Twitter for arguing for religious freedom and preserving traditional systems. He completed his Bachelor of Engineering in Biomedical Engineering from Usmania University in 1988. The same college from which me and Kiran Chandra also passed out. I have a privilege of calling him senior now. He has worked in medical device companies before quitting and joined the service of Almighty at Chilkur. He is active in running Temples Protection Movement from Chilkur, which has set a unique trend against commercialization of temples. I guess a very small thing, everybody has visited Chilkur here, all of us, most of us, we go around for, 10 circumambulation, pradikshonal, right? Everybody has, a 1 to 108 paper in their hand. Sometimes I used to wonder, వీళ్ళందరూ ఎందుకు చేతిలో పేపర్ పెట్టుకొని తిరుగుతున్నారని. వాళ్ళు మర్చిపోతారని కారు, అయ్యగారు చెప్పే మాటలు వింటూ వింటూ వేరే లోకంలోకి వెళ్ళిపోతాం మనం, మర్చిపోతాం కాబట్టి ఆ పేపర్ పెట్టుకొని తిరుగుతాం మనం. నెక్స్ట్, ప్రదీప్ భండారీజీ. Pradeep Bhandariji is an Indian media entrepreneur, founder of Jan Ki Baat, India's most followed political analysis and content generating platform. In 2020, he was one of the most successful media personalities in India. At 29, being India's most successful psephologist, he has predicted 16 Indian elections. A big round of applause. And penned the bestseller political book Modi Mandate 2019, which was based on his travel of 400 constituencies. Last, Kapil Mishra ji. Kapil Mishra ji is an Indian politician from Delhi and former MLA represented Karaval Nagar in Delhi. One more thing that will give you goosebumps. Kapil Mishra ji, after becoming an MLA, he took oath in Sanskrit. एक बार फिर से जय श्री राम. So may I now welcome our first speaker for this session, Nagesh Rao Garu, to please give his address.